Okay, so I thought I'd show you the previous setup. This is my microphone that I was singing with. Nothing really special about it. I got it simply because it was right there in front of me and I wanted a microphone to test out my guitar amp with. $10. And of course my DIY pop protector. It's a dynamic mic, so it doesn't need any power. It works fine. Okay, I have this arm here. Now, this arm costs $8, and I don't see any reason to change it. The one that came with the microphone, the newer microphone, is pretty good, but yeah, I think they're exactly the same. I'm not going to change that. Well, anyway, let's move down to the microphone. So now I attach the microphone here to the shock mount and the arm, and if nothing else, haven't gotten around to doing anything with it. It looks good. But the biggest thing is that this dynamic mic is it's okay. Internally it's noisy. It has a lot of hum and hiss to it, rather than doing that, and it's just not sensitive enough to sing with. And that's what this whole thing is all about. I wouldn't be doing any of this if I hadn't started trying to sing karaoke or singing at all. So all of these reviews that do a lot of things, talk about podcasting and talk about instruments and everything, I really don't give a damn about that stuff. I'm talking about controlled voice activity, singing. How does this thing respond with singing? So you won't hear me doing any interviews other than this one as far as sound quality is concerned. And I'm using the microphone on my smartphone. So yeah, later on we'll get down to the singing part. Okay. Okay, so I'm back again. Now I have this is a typical problem, and that's why you have to kind of experiment with things like this, because I remember when I was working audio-visual in school, this thing with going from XLR and 3-prong anything and return, it's an external return, line return, and then going into this TRS system, this 3-ring system on headphones with these phono jacks. This stuff is always such a pain in the ass. Now, the problem I was having with doing this, just so you know, is that in order for my smartphone to work, I have to have what is called a TRRS contact. And what this is the control contact that is used by smartphones' playback functions for the microphone and things of that sort. Now, when you have that, it converts that 4-space TRRS into a TRS for your headphones. Now, when you start going from one piece to the other, somehow or another, this system of TRRS is needed in order for you to go from one cable to the next. So what I've done here in order to kind of solve this is that since I don't have any extra TRRS to TRS cables around, I've just taken the one from my Marshall headphones, put that one into the what I do was I put that one into the amplifier, and now I'm wearing a set of the generic white headphones as a monitor because I can't use my Marshalls any longer. But at least I have the right cable now. So now the thing is, if I plug this in, because right now the sound I hear is from the microphone on the headphones, but you out there in the video world can't hear it. So now I'm going to take this plug and just shove it into the smartphone and see what happens. And see if it's, well, right away I noticed something right away is that the echo effects and everything else, the sound has gotten a lot cleaner. There was a little bit of a background noise from the amplifier on this, but when I used the headphone jack, the TRS to TRS from the headphones on this, now suddenly all that sound is gone, just like in high school. Yeah, you have to experiment with this. I always, go to Amazon and get a bunch of cables, different ones. And there's one that you especially want to try, is there's a TRRS 2 TRRS cable. It has 4 poles on each end. You almost have to buy one of these things in order to get something like this to work. I don't know what's going to happen after I get the mixer, but right now, trying to get past this mixer thing and just using cables instead of a mixer, the involvement and the time and the investment in each cable is probably the same as buying a mixer, but it's an experiment and I enjoy doing it. Well, that's it for this. I'm gonna try singing into this in another video after I check this video out, and then see how the microphone works out with singing. Okay, so I'm going to get back to the problem here is that this plug doesn't work all the time. Oops. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave everything in. And then keep screwing around. Let's mess with the sound levels and things of that sort. And then I'm going to take the headphones off because I want to see if what I'm recording now is coming through the amplifier or if it's coming through the internal microphone of the apparently it is not coming through the internal microphone because I get a lot of feedback when I get the headset too close to. So it's either the microphone inside the telephone or the other. I wonder if there's something I can do about that. I'll do this. I'll just try and cover the microphone here for a second, just to see if it's the internal or external microphone. I don't know why I'm not getting echo or room effects on this, but let's turn this thing up a little bit and see what happens. Anyway, this the housing on this microphone is very, very noisy, but that can be fixed. It's $15 microphone. I'll just get some sound dampening material and take it apart and put something on the inside. I use some of this sound dampening material I use for speaker boxes and car audio. This wrap a piece of that on the inside, and it dampens everything. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, that old familiar sting. That they'll kill it all away. But I remember everything. Okay, what I thought I would do is take a look at the arms that came with this microphone. I already had this arm. This mount, shock mount here, I already explained in the previous video, but what I did was I didn't know if I was going to use the arm that came with the microphone, because I already had this one. Now this one is not bad. It cost me €8. Now I'm going to do something here. Hopefully you can hear it through this small microphone. Now this is the one I purchased for €8. This one here, this arm here, is the one that came with Neewer. Now the head of it here is a little bit nicer than the one I have. It comes with a little adapter. I didn't get this particular piece with the one I purchased earlier. And I don't know if you can see it here. Let's see if I can get some light on this. But if you look at this mount here, on this Neewer here, it's actually pretty good. It's a cast aluminum piece. The thing is that it doesn't quite, the top of the unit doesn't go correctly, completely down inside of the table mount. I probably have to go inside there and drill it out a bit, because it's about a Yeah, it's about almost a full centimeter shy of actually seating itself inside of this. While the other one, this one here, this one is made of uh, formed steel. And as you can see, it does go all the way down. And it also has a small plastic ring inside of it. Now, possibly this plastic ring is missing on the other one, but it also keeps it from squeaking and doing other things that will make noises. And if you tap this, the metal is thicker, so it doesn't ring as much. And you tap this one, and it has a much higher pitch tone, and it has also some after harmonics. It's just rattly. The material is, it's a nice enough arm, but it's a giveaway, and you can tell it's a giveaway because of the thickness of the metal. Wow, this one for just, for €8, you can't beat it. But I mean, yeah, you could beat it if you spent another €50, because then they get really nice. But that was all about these arms. What I'm going to do here is, because now that I have two arms, guess what? I'm going to buy another one of these microphones, just the microphone separately. And then I'm going to do some recordings in stereo. Yeah, two arms. I mean, I'm just one microphone shy of stereo.